Hey guys, Jonathan here, and we're taking a look at the new Venomized Groot set. This comes out August 1st and will retail for $50 in the US. I was lucky enough to find this early at Kohl's, but I was able to get it and build it, so let's get into the review. So of the new sets for August 1st, this is the one I was least excited about when it came to Marvel. It is a pretty cool build, but honestly, building it and seeing the final model won me over more than just the pictures of the box. Now, one thing I do want to talk about, on the back of the box, you can see a fully Venomized Groot, and at the bottom, you can see that it tells you, that you can swap these out, but it doesn't tell you how to do this in the instructions. So literally, you have to just follow this picture and this picture with your own intuition to figure it out. It comes with an entire extra bag. The 5th bag has all the pieces to swap Groot over to be fully Venomized, but I do think that's really cheap and really annoying that you basically have to do it by hand when LEGO literally could have just printed maybe 15 more pages in the instruction booklet to show you how to actually do it. Anyways, that's my biggest gripe about the set. Everything else, honestly, is pretty positive, so let's get into it. So much like its predecessor, this model stands 11 inches tall, so it definitely takes up quite some space, and because of the tentacles on it this time around, it's actually going to take up more shelf space than the original. That being said, I love this model. I was not a huge fan just seeing the box art, but having built it and seeing it now, I love it a lot. Now, I'm going to do a separate video actually comparing the two models, but I do want to at least put them side by side so you can see the comparison. It uses a lot of the same build techniques if you look side by side. A lot of the pieces are exactly the same, they're just color swapped out, but somehow this model is infinitely more sturdy than this model. Right away, one of the big things is the hip joints. On here, they're the click hip joints, on here, they're ball joints, but like I said, I really want to save a comparison for another video because I want to talk about this model in its own right. So starting at the legs, I like that he's kind of got claws at the bottom. Becoming Venomized has really traumatized Groot's body at this point. We do see some gray Technic style pieces that come out, but honestly, the gray meshes pretty well with the black, and we do have some plant pieces that are all over as well. We've got all kinds of like venom ooze and all of that going all over him with like the whip here and this little piece here, so I do like that a lot. And you'll see there's a lot of stickers on here that show the wooden part of Groot having the Venom symbiote kind of sliming all over it, so that is quite cool. As far as posability goes, of course, we can move the legs forward and back, up into the side, and then he moves at the knee joint, which is pretty awesome. And I guess technically you could move these little claws on his toes too, although I don't really know that you need to, but it does add a lot of nice stability to the figure. Moving to the midsection, you'll see he's posable at the hips. He kind of clicks around a little something like that. And then this arm is pretty much the same as the, I Am Groot figure. You've got shoulder posability on both sides. You've got kind of this like elbow posability and then wrist posability. And like I said, this one's pretty much the same as before, but on this side, we've actually got the white patch that's kind of like where the webbing comes out of Venom. And then they gave him claws on all the fingers, which is super menacing, and I like that a lot. The next thing to talk about are the 3 Venus flytraps. It's maybe easier to flip him around back. You can see that all of these are posable on ball joints and you can push them in any which direction. We also get a new piece here, and by the time the model is finished up, it's a little tricky to see, but let me remove these so that you can see what it looks like if we take this off. The fingers are kind of hard to get off there, but you'll see it's kind of like a T-piece with little clips at each end, so that's definitely going to be useful for my mock building friends out there. And finally, that brings us to Groot's head. I love what they did to build the tongue coming out of his mouth, and the head is a lot more sturdy than the I Am Groot. It holds itself in place pretty well, and I like that a lot. The general construction is basically the same. Once again, we just have some stickers to show the Venom transformation, and then of course, there's a lot of black on this side of the head. I like the way that the eye is built, although being able to see that one exposed stud there does kind of drive me up a wall, gotta be honest with you. But we do get the printing on the eye there that looks quite nice. Then if I move the figure down, you can see he's literally split down the middle with the wood side and the Venom side, and you've got some tentacles coming off there that tie the whole thing together. So like I said, I really like this model, and I love the way it displays. So let's move on. So now I'm going to swap out the parts and show you what it looks like when he's fully Venomized. Since there wasn't instructions, I had to do this by eye, and oh my god, I like it even more. This is so much better. Like, this should just be the model. It looks so much better. I mean, I don't have to go over every single little detail, but I love this in black. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely awesome. 10 out of 10. I love this. I thought it'd be interesting to show you the pile of pieces you have to rip off to turn it into this, but man, I just keep looking at it, and I wish that this had instructions. Like, you literally just have to eyeball the box and do your best to match it up. So it may not be perfect like the way you see it on the back of the box, but oh man, I love this so much. I'm literally so excited to put this on my shelf. This is awesome. All right, guys, well, let me know what you think of this model in the comments down below. As we talked about in the review, it's honestly insane that this is cheaper than the original, more sturdy, and all around just a better model. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Be sure to hit like and subscribe to stay tuned for all the latest LEGO Marvel news and reviews, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out one of my other videos listed here.